Men are like that. And Jin Sen Silk enjoyed the hot water silently. Sen Ra's diplomacy was very successful. It is not a great honor, Your Majesty. Ferdinand began to enjoy the hot springs. I'm happy to say it's good. Before I leave this place, then let me see what you're capable of. Han Dynasty. Night falls under the hot spring bathroom. Save tie envelopes, enjoy hot coffee. Of any, ask the young man who really want to work with the Bombay SAO family. Resonance science and technology with them, SAO. Mina firmly refused. Of course, it's impossible. Sell the technology to them. We don't have to fall directly into the tiger's mouth, or SAO of easy contemplation. If that was the case, Master said these words to Ferdinand. It's the art of diplomacy, right? Not save Feng replied with a smile. Of course, I wasn't serious at the time. This answer made Mina and Aveni angry. Let the two of them understand. The owner of a country. Of course, we're not going to sell water for glory. The technique is not the same. It will never stop evolving and changing. For example, guns and cell phones for us. They are already backward. But for those who haven't been exposed to high technology, we use them as a condition of exchange. With the right to communicate, nothing is impossible at all. There are benefits for both sides. Aveni marveled it turned out to be like that. Mina praised Master Min. Put the coffee down. Speak softly and carefully. It's like these things can be thought of slowly. You talk big. This is about protecting sharing. Get the CA family out of the country. This battle cannot be defeated 7 times. AVG seriously replied yes. Mina is excited, Master. Please rest assured. Replenishment and correction troops. Preparation proceeds very smoothly. The future may come true. Mina laughed and continued. Only 4 hours after departure. We can go to the border of the Xing family. Everyone did a good job of preparation. Give back hard work and rest for good. If there's no surprise, tomorrow will be a battle. I am determined, but no matter what, the winner will be us. To the border guards on the side of the border. The palace has a sound. The soldiers rush to inform each other. Have enemy attack, pull out alarm. The whole team is ready. The officer rushed to report to the captain. The enemy came earlier. The captain replied. The rescue team didn't arrive until noon. We must be able to resist. Suddenly, there was a loud explosion. The soldier panicked. Why is it so fast? What's going on? An enemy flag appeared in the smoke of a blurry gun. The soldier is stunned. This is a mystic. Black cloak holding a stick sticking something down. The thunder rumbled across a border area. The next day outside the city. AVG situation report for saving. Your Majesty, the army has assembled. Save the banquet order. Border target, Ra Palace. The whole army started. The entire crew on board obeyed orders. Yes, Your Majesty. Tim Modi is worried for the peace of SA Jin soldiers. We're almost there. Please everyone be safe. Tim Mo has a bad face. Liu Feng comforted her. Don't worry. When did you agree with her? 7. Tim Mo is more secure. Yes, Your Majesty. Then Liu Feng spoke loudly to everyone. You guys act up. This battle was the first time outside of our army fighting. We must definitely suppress them. Defend the territory. The land absolutely does not retreat. Everybody's in the air, yeah. Very quickly, Liu Feng's spacecraft reached the border. Keep a low profile and announce to everyone. It's finally here. The border of the house. Quishi quickly discovered something strange. Guys, look what that is. I panicked when I looked down and said, the whole army is ready to fight. Horrified to look over there. It's the border guards. The border guards are struggling. Some soldiers are worried. The captain is about to succumb. Another soldier added, Captain, we don't have a bow and arrow. The helpless captain. The power is too different. Captain, we have no victory. But the brave captain was steady. I exhort my soldiers not to waste their words. The defense of the land is the task His Majesty the King has given him. We are the ones who die here. Never take a step back anyway. On the enemy's side, where do they go? The situation is extremely uncertain. The captain faced the enemy. The captain anxiously called everyone. You run, I'll cover you. The soldiers are worried. You know what, Captain? The black cloak guy over there uses a stick to create power. Thunder thundered the number of border guards attacked. The mighty captain with a strong sword. Full of determination to defeat the enemy. The two soldiers in the back are covering themselves. Because the thunder is falling. At the right time, a bullet is fired. Ra's coming fast. The captain escaped. The two soldiers in the back call the captain. Take a look. Then Ra is Liu Feng's spacecraft approaching. The soldiers cheered. The rescue is here. Tim moans through the glass window of the spacecraft. I see the soldiers are safe. Breathed a sigh of relief, so good it came just in time. 3 Kier of the Kier squad are still alive. My face also softened. Give orders to the bottom. Emperor Ti Lakelagan observes a little enemy state. The ground troops are well prepared for war. To receive the order clearly. And steer the spacecraft forward. After a review, I caught it, young Master 10,000. Look at the enemy and judge. It's not a tiger. The county has 100,000 people. The numbers have squeezed us a notch. Take a closer look. I see only one man in command. I was amazed. But the general has only one back. Clear look at the convoy of Liu Fengqin often said. Slowly there were reinforcements. The territory of the land is very large. It's just locusts driving. He held the staff up high. They form a magic circle. He's talking crazy, my cute puppets. Take care of them. 100,000 soldiers heard the order with red eyes. Frantically rushed forward killing. Tim Mo looked at the attacking troops. Face full of panic. The enemy has launched an attack. He calmly picked up the radio and said, Mina. Revi ready yet? Mina and Revi sitting on the tank. I've been getting ready so far. The atmosphere, says young master. The command lips can always welcome the translator. Wait for me, I want to go too. Radio receiver orders to shoot the enemy. To defend Ra's defenses. 3 people who received the order with determination spoke up. This word just came out. Bullets from the tank are discharged continuously. Shoot at the enemy. Astounded Cliverland said, oh. Let's see if there's a bit of bravery this time. But in front of me, it's all childish. When he finished, he raised his staff. It's a red light. It's a magic circle. Let's turn them into our new toys. As if empowered, the puppets are going crazy. A sword-wielding expert slashed towards AVG frantically said, the first blood is mine. Aveni wielded Ra's sword to block his attack. big of any eyes looking to the side. Another guy is coming this way with a sword. See, the situation is not good. AVG jumps back. Avoid the attack. She wiped the blood on her cheeks angrily. I can't believe I hurt my liver. Attack with artillery. The tank fired its cannons, constantly flying a bunch of puppets. Take this opportunity, VZ. Take up the sword and die. A blow of the sword is slashed raw. Again, a miserable scream echoed. A lot of guns were fired. Red fire covered an area of the sky, flying a bunch of puppets. Sit on a tank, clench your hand. What do you say? What does the bullet taste like? She looked down at the wound on AVG's face and sighed. 2 AVG so fast are already injured. Avatar's careful reminder is a little bit wrong. I wonder or ask why. But I didn't let Aven's answer. The 2 puppets continue to kill. I want to shoot again. Guns from tanks are fired. Make them burn black and fall to the ground. But their faces were easy, and they were pale. I looked in at the scene in front of me. The burning black puppets continued to stand up. The 2 red eyes kept coming this way. Avizi found it impossible to solve by fire. Pick up the sword and slash the puppet neck. Aveni tense face says, see it. I can see your head. We need to report this anomaly quickly. Be other. Mina went to the house as platoon to ask. You guys don't. Why? 3 people saw the people who came filled with happiness. God, you came to save us, didn't you? Mina raised her hand to greet Thieu. I'm a general of the Han dynasty. Your queen Tim Moti. Trust me to save you. Back to the 3 people with tears. Your Majesty will not give up on us. Thank you, Han dynasty. At this very moment, a puppet with a sword rushed this way. I want to dream. The soldiers shouted carefully. The other 2 were afraid to hold each other and cry. Mina was not afraid to hold Ra's sword, straight at the puppet's name. But he's not afraid. It's sending out a purple air. Go to hell, kid. Milan took Ra's bomb and threw it straight at him. I jumped out of the attack. Mina held the sword and said coldly, I don't have time to play with people here. He looked at Mina in amazement. What's in the sediment? You can also use elemental magic. At a level like this. Mina slashed out away. A golden light slashed at him. Goodbye, the puppet screamed in pain. Mina turned to look at the Jajin's soldiers. Get up, follow me back to the ship. 3 soldiers full of fans say. Female martial god, I didn't expect a trick that solved the demon team. Right now, Mina's belt-worn radio cracked. The sound of the wind. Mina, can you hear me? Mina picked up the radio and asked the young master. But you don't know the name of the puppet that broke his arm. But he stood up and killed. Sound of wind transmitted Ra. It is reported that the enemy has been well beaten. Even people in love. There is still fighting power. You must be careful. Mina turned around. The undead slashed a beam of light towards Mina. The wind's voice continued to ring. I hear a very loud noise. You're in danger. Mina shouted. The intelligence officer just did it. Soldiers in the broken hand. It is possible to commit suicide to attack. They don't feel pain. 3 squadrons who watched Mina plead for the enemy's life. It's the devil. Mina asked to save the wind. Master directly killed the enemy, Sao. Ask about the danger of the enemy. Mina full of confidence, small talk. Save the wind here, the corners of your mouth up. Give orders and capture him alive. Let's see the secret of Peter the Great. Mina received the order. And then directly take the sword forward. I see the puppet's name is fading. Mina rounds out behind him. She kicked him in the back of the head with a kick. Broke his neck on the spot. A painful voice echoes. He fell to the ground. Mina turned towards the death squadron of 3 who shouted, "Don't stand out. Come and help." 3 people in a hurry. Yes, go to the other side. His quick movements tied him up and carried him. Mina ordered him back to our ship. Your Majesty is waiting for us. Mina and people together to the spacecraft's medical room. Mina came to visit me. Mina wasn't hurt. Mina said with a smile, "Young master, I do not Sao. The 3 military departments of the household are also not Sao. You confidently raise your hand. This kind of clove isn't good enough to hurt me." I see Mina has such a spirit. That's good. Good job. Tim Mo at this moment stood out, excitedly said, "You can risk your lives and persevere until now. It's hard for you. My queen has not been able to protect this country well. It doesn't protect you well. I'm so sorry. When you finish, you keep your head down. Express your own remorse." 3 soldiers rushed out the female hand. "Your queen is the fault of the demons." A military man kneeling down, crying and talking. "We have to apologize. Her Majesty, the Queen, we have not been able to carry out our military duties. The army does not protect the border well." The face of the reborn military guard said with fear, "Your power is a form of coercion. We are useless. You can't shake the enemy even a little. Save the wind in front." The military man gently placed his hand on his shoulder, comforting. "Can't resist. Elemental strength. It's not the fault of any of you. Don't be afraid, we've captured the power of counterattack. From now on, the Han dynasty will drive the invaders out of the palace." Hear this, 3 military men excitedly said. "We believe. The skill of the goddess Kier is too cool. Your Majesty, we agree to do our utmost. Please save the palace. Put your hand in front of your chest for sure. Let me take care of it." Look at the name Mina brought back to say the following. Is to solve this guy's problem. The doctor holds the report in front of the notice. "Your Majesty, we've launched an emergency. Wounds to the enemy. How to deal with it later." Sei Feng nodded. "Can analyze out the cause of euphoria. No other anomalies. I want to get rid of him quickly." The doctor said we tried. Then, the doctor notices an abnormality during the emergency. We found the wound. There's a slight anomaly in the blood. Metabolism of the cell, where the wound is unusually fast. And the conduction between the nerve cells is blocked. Mina did not understand and asked, "Metabolism of conductive nerve cells." The doctor explained it simply. The enemy uses a specific method. Let their soldiers. Has several times the healing power. People often can't feel the pain. So we presume that it's due to the use of a particular drug. Quishi, like realizing something the medicine is right. There are always rumors outside. They say that the rubber tribe has a kind of secret war. I heard about that secret medicine. It can make people very brave. No more fear of sickness and death. Just drink it. The soldiers are weak. It can also be transformed into a battlefield. And this drug is very valuable. Only if the brave are respected by the king, you can get this glory. Even more bizarre then. This medicine is clearly miraculous. The nobles are in power. I dare not touch even a little. Mina gives her own thoughts. Maybe this person is taking the drug. But he doesn't completely become a Shinto or lance. I'm not afraid of the angry doctor. Just be human. It's impossible not to be afraid of death and suffering. The number of times the cell divides is extreme. Soon you stop. Only makes shortening the lifespan. It makes people die suddenly. Queenie Anti-Chin reflections. Probably tricked soldiers because they were selling their lives. That deliberately faked this incident. Timothy put his hands in front of his chest in fear. I can't believe people in my family are cheating. It's the devil. It was as if he realized something. His big eyes said, wait, this is the sign of the pharaoh. This man is the pharaoh's general. What did the three astonished exiles shout? Save Feng Yi or Farah. He's not a soldier of the rubber family. Quishi has realized. It turns out that I haven't seen you in days. The army of the rubber family can be increased several times. The whole world trembled and said the terrible truth. Rubber clan after Fazo intrusion. Give the secret medicine to the Fazo soldiers. Let them all become. Tim Mothi astonished hands cover mouth stuttering. They don't want the general either. And Jazin's gypsies do things. She grabbed the windbreaker punched Tear's begging shin. Save your majesty. Please help us save our soldiers. Don't let them go through this. Save the wind nods. Don't worry, Timothy. We can't let this happen on Zhang. That's what we came for. Mu's heart is touched. Tears are falling. Say no to the sentence. Your Majesty's room. The wind looks towards. Mina, help me to command. Mina answer clearly. Save Feng ordered. All the ships. Waiting for orders in the coastal city. To the rescue. Deployment of Ba Fuang High 6 and coordinated encirclement. They must be on the ground to defeat the enemy. The 5th Division is just waiting. It's finally our turn to leave. Captain Athan asked excitedly. Our fleet. It's possible to go to the front line of combat relief. Then Sao Mina replied, no wrong, Captain Athan. The 5th Division of the Han Army ships, under orders, follow the control of Liu Feng. Your Majesty now commands the 5th Division to command the fleet. Frontline assistance. Deadline in 12 hours. We have to get to the border. I'm afraid to answer clearly. Ensure the completion of the task. It's been a long time since there was such a hot air. It's been so long. We can only listen to orders. To secure the border. Now you can really serve your country. Give orders with every word. The entire fleet obeyed orders. Use the strongest motivation. Straight to the border. Must be on time to arrive. Your Majesty needs our strength. On the battlefield right now. The fire's smoke came out like a storm. Mina reports that the Western Front is engaged. Appeared casualties. We've dispatched a therapy team. The enemy army is about to make contact. A little bit of persistence is coming. Mina excitedly said, a fleet of ships to send word. We'll be on the battlefield in 5 minutes. This hot news fills the air. Good God, this is the moment. The entire army is under orders to launch an all-out counterattack. Artillery and team. Artillery assault troops are in position. Firing artillery towards the enemy. The rubber army screamed and supported her. It's just smoke, bullets keep coming. Save Feng smile. It's just SAO, then let them taste something stronger. Standard Sight Tank Team. Array artillery shooting. The thunderous explosion kept rumbling. The army was under too much fire. To break down the defensive line they thought was solid. Liverpool didn't expect it. Too much anger to die is a very annoying child thing. He has no fear of mental shock. It doesn't seem to work. I've seen through the highest limit of your fighting power. You just need to stretch the line. The victory is ours. Cleveland immediately launched the operation. Shout for the troops. Let's go up to my kids. The Grade Zoo family won. Mina alarm warning. In the southwest, there's a new thermodynamic reaction, smiling back at the right time. Everything seems to have gone according to your plan. Liu Feng spoke loudly. Look, it's time. The wind knows that. Can't miss such a ripe opportunity. Order now, it's time to start. Just waiting. The captain raised the voice of the entire ship. 5D Division fleet firing from the coast. Look at the enemy. Surprise blow. The firepower is so powerful. The rocket tore through space. Cleveland was the first one hit. He screeched in pain. The rubber army then dispersed the artillery. After a while, Cleveland was lucky to escape death. He looked up his grimaced face. What's going on? Take a look at the battle of the army. Large spacecraft, tank artillery, powerful naval fleet. It all makes for a tough game. The first time money was saved, Fong Bring Ra. He shouted high. 603 Joint Forces siege begins. So that you can see the full power of Han. The dynasty repelled the invading rubber clans. The rain of bombs and bullets fell on the heads of the rubber soldiers. There's a barbaric cry to save my mother's life. Let me go back to Mina and report on the young master. Enemy west back 500 meters. Small guerrilla fighting in the east also paid off. The enemy was completely destroyed. Queenie couldn't help but be amazed. This is the power of science and technology. It's really bad. Be careful to remind. Don't relax your guard. It doesn't end that fast. I have a feeling. The rubber clan must still be hiding the trump card. The subordinates ran to worry Cho Clear Vlen. The wizard. You're injured. Let me deal with the wound quickly. Clear Vlen extremely angry. Stay out of my way. And then he shouted. We can't lose. The SAO rubber family lost. The subordinate asked. Lose the front line fight lost SAO. Name of subordinate, follow clean asked. FAPRO soldiers using Kier's secret drugs. You don't obey to die. Clean said no. So we need the props to be even more obedient. He said he took a secret bottle. Then I forced the soldier to drink. Because of the family. It's time you gave up your power. Poured all the poison into the mouth of the soldier whining at you. What are you doing? Clear Vlen Sneerha. I just want to give you a little courage. Just right after. The soldier who was under the influence of the secret medicine rolled raw. My blood spilled out of the leeches. This props. It was the magician's last card. Cleveland used magic to call the body to its feet. Order to stand up. The newly born warrior of the rubber family. Cleveland eagerly spoke out loud. Now go and distribute the medicine, because our troops are adding new blood. The soulless body is now in full control. Order of Clear Vlen. The wizard replied yes. Clear Vlen His Majesty. The battlefield after the day of bombs and bullets become cold and desolate. At the Jordanian border, the camp of the rubber family is now. The eyes flickered red like ghosts. The two curious guerrilla soldiers are back. These people will never die. Be a little careful. The army of rubber drank the secret of terror. They're rushing in droves. The shock soldier didn't flinch. Speak out at the death of the defense line. Don't step back. But only for a short time. Mina reported the Western Front. Our military defenses have been broken. Need to save the exile expressed concern. The enemy's attack has begun. The female generals spoke in turn. What? The explosion in the west was so loud. Do you need us to move over there for help? Be careful to search. Don't move. The enemy will probably split up into multiple lines of attack. You hold your own ground. In charge of the west, so we can think of a solution. Right now, Leah and PJ's troops are also in position. Master, we are ready. The wind is somewhat reassuring to answer him. The Western Front, thanks to you. This is the battlefield. That's a lot of trust. The direction of two female generals. Leah is very confident. Save the order, the airstrike team of the ostrich. He and his sister swore to die. Line of defense broken in the west. From above, we can see the battlefield gradually. Clash between the two sides. The shock soldiers below are struggling to sustain. It's almost impossible to resist. The rescue hasn't come yet. SAO can't go back. Live and die entrenching the front line. An unruly enemy comes forward. He was hit by an army of birds. Without even anticipating. Falling down to reveal the strange vase on his back. Leah realized the target had fallen. The equipment they wear on their backs is the downside. She went to the assault team and said, Air Force to reinforce. Who is the commander? The happy soldiers are too good. It's a rescue. Leah continued, we have identified the weakness of the enemy.